motherfucker.
That's what that shit do to you.
What?
That cocaine.
All right, guys, we'll back up. Do you mind if we just kind of start from the beginning?
I mean, that shit is like,
Sorry.
and he was, when he got out, the nigga played her. When she rented the house,
Yeah.
she said, once you, she said a true statement though.
We just gonna go right to the top.
When you smell crack, you know what crack smell like. You smell that ether. Like that nigga up in there freebasing.
I know this. You can tell the smell. Hey, we're on. Hey, guys, thank you for your patience. If you're actually, you might have been went and did something else by now, but for those who really didn't have anything to do and we're connecting with you, thanks for connecting with us. I'm Louis Dix.
I'm Jeff Arnold. Thank you for your patience.
Teeter,
And
appreciate
what's
you.
the name of the show?
In a Man's World, tighten up your belts.
Okay. We thought we were talking, but really, first thing I wanted to kick off. Let's read the letter this guy sent us. This
Who sent it?
advice letter. It's from a gentleman named
James.
James. So
What's
he says,
James'
James says, "What's up in the Man's World crew? I've been dating someone for a few months and everything is good, but she has a male best friend. She says they have been friends since high school and have never had a personal relationship. I met him a few times and he seems cool, but they text and hang out at least once a week. And I don't want to come off as insecure, too late, but it doesn't sit right with me. Is that something I should be cool with or nah? Is it possible to have a platonic relationship with the opposite sex?" I think it depends on how old you are.
No, it doesn't.
No?
No, I agree with you. No, I think the gravity of the relationship, how serious it is, because once you take it to that next level, then you got to tell her to cut him off.
I mean,
Because
once a week is a lot.
Yeah, but you got to understand, she's giving him all that personal information, shit that you're not doing, shit that you should be doing, and he's probably advising her on what he should be doing for her, because he knows her so well. They've been best friends since high school, so he knows her wants and her needs. So he's advising her,
Yeah, see?
It's been a few months, so you got to hire a private investigator. If you're not doing that route, then just leave her alone.
Yeah, because it just seems odd, the fact that she needs to hang out with him. And I know they've been friends, and so are they the only friends? You've been hanging out, you got to hang out with him once a week.
Yeah,
And,
so
and
we're
trying to build something.
But she's giving him the dirt, or what he did, and what he didn't do for her the past week. So he's telling her, she's telling him, this is what he did, and he's advising her on how to move with this guy. Because he's, obviously he doesn't have a chance with her, so he's just telling her what to do.
Yeah.
So at some point you gotta cut that.
And give us a call. What's the number here? It's a new number. It's on your sheet.
Where is it at?
It's on the next page.
323-272-4041.
For what?
That's 323-272-4041. Wow, that's close to my, what you call it?
To your what?
TWA.
Oh, her phone number? Whatchamacallit. It's funny how we can use whatchamacallit for anything. That's just, I don't think, you don't hear too many Europeans saying whatchamacallit.
No.
That's our thing. I wonder where it originated from, whatchamacallit.
But what's interesting though, you watch these TikToks and all these toxic relationships and all of that on that, and see how people explode. And it just makes me sit back and think like, damn, it started off so beautiful, so passionate. And look how it ends.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. When you first that newness,
Wow.
and then you start learning about people, and then I think a lot of us deal with the pain and the hurt and the distrust and the you wrong me, and just emotions are hard to control. So, but my man,
here's the thing, right? Like you said in the beginning, is you want it to work, but it's things that's been said that you hear that you ignore.
Right, I agree.
Those red flags, yeah.
I agree.
So if you don't ignore it and you address it right at that moment and hear whatever excuse, theory or reality or facts of it coming back at you, you have to make that decision right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people are strong enough to do it. And actually, I guess I don't want to say strong. I guess mature enough to say, "Hey, I've seen this before."
To hear it. That's the main thing, is to hear
Right.
it. Something didn't settle right with you that you heard, but you don't address it right there in the moment. That's on you.
Yeah, I think it's important to. I'm getting better at that, addressing things that bother you or you don't like. And you say, "Hey, wait a minute, listen, I don't appreciate that," and then you don't do it again.
But I want to say it's from the male side, and don't take it, well, you being confrontational or why you acting like. Don't take none of that. I heard what I heard, so I'm addressing what I heard.
Right.
If it's a problem, then we don't need to talk no more.
Right.
So what happens when the physicality comes in?
That's how you get to it before it gets to that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, physical with the guy being physical or the
Oh
woman?
no, if she swings on you.
Well, I mean, that's you shouldn't be in that relationship anyway. If she's at that point where she would swing on you,
Just because of something that you heard.
yeah, I mean,
Right, but then it comes in like 2-3 days later. I haven't heard from you. I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. I was just emotional about the situation. Now that I know your story and all of that, and you told me, that you didn't do that, I believe you, and I love you, and I don't
So
want you to
this
go.
is after her swinging on you?
Yeah.
No. Because if she's swinging on you, it's just the same thing they say with men. If he hits you once, he's going to do it again.
Okay.
I mean, it's just, the whole thing is they say is Dr. Laura. I remember I used to listen to her.
Oh man, we used to listen to her religiously.
It was the 3 A's. She said you should leave a man: addiction, abuse, and adultery.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 3 things that should allow you to say you got to leave.
There's one more A you forgot.
What was?
Put it down. Anal.
Asshole.
Ain't no retention. You know?
Exactly.
Right. I mean, because some people hang there with people who are addicted and help them fight through it and all that. That was that thing on that Lamar Odom thing I saw. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Khloe Kardashian.
She was a rider.
She was a rider.
Man.
You haven't seen that? It's on Netflix. I mean, wow.
And she went every day 4 months.
Yeah, she said she stayed at the hospital for 4
yeah.
months.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
then she had to, fact check everyone who came to see him because, and he even said something that fucked me up. He like, yo, while I was in the hospital, motherfucker bought me something. How you gonna do that?
Right.
Motherfucker, well, how you gonna take it?
Yeah.
He's addicted.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing how honest addicts are.
Yeah.
And I guess you reach a point where you just have to be honest.
Well, you go, you go through the bullshit. I mean, I lived there with my older brother. Mm-hmm. And he went through the family. He just went through the family.
Yeah, my dad's an honest addict.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After 40-something years clean, he's and you have to respect them. And I mean, it's amazing. Some people who have incredible stories who've overcome stuff.
Yeah.
And made it. And sometimes you're like, well, man, I didn't have that kind of life. Maybe if I'd had that kind of trouble, I'd have made it. But
I told you the reason why I stopped freebasing. Shit.
why?
Because I came up short when I had.
Oh,
to be
you're
with
John.
me. Yeah.
Okay, you're John. Okay. That probably would have happened if you weren't freebasing.
Hey, homie, you want to strip with us? No, I'm cool.
That was interesting. Earlier we were talking about Jeff had an
Leave it to him. Leave
Yeah.
it to him. He always got one. I love you, bro.
I'm cool. I'm going to sit over here and guard the ice over here. 1 kill per person.
So,
Oh.
that was an interesting thing we were talking about for about 40 minutes before we got on air, where Jeff
We're
was
talking among ourselves.
Yeah, Jeff was doing some security at a bachelorette party. And that story just fascinated me. Well, it's because I'm just built like that. Brianna Beach.
Yeah.
And that's funny. Jeff called me. Go ahead.
No, I had a meeting about possibly directing something else. So I met with these producers. So in this European Caucasian woman, and she had like the short haircut, and I mean she had the nice heels, perfect. And I was like, damn, she kind of. I'm like, oh shit, she, And my man was like, oh yeah, man. He like, and when she walked past, she was like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. She like, I like the gray. I'm like, oh, I'm liking yours. Then she got on the elevator, and my man was like, oh man, you don't know who that is? I'm like, no, I have no idea. And I'm like, yo, you know her? He like, yeah, everybody know her. I'm like, who is that? He like, man, shit, that's Brianna Beach.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And then it took me 2 or 3 seconds, and it just like, Brianna Beach. I was like, oh, that's fuck. Oh, shit. And then I called him up, and I was like, then I sent him a picture. And
I was like, yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
I ran and got my
Get away
time.
from my girl.
Hey.
now then he like, yo, man, wait for her.
Yeah.
Like, get her number, man.
But then Jeff said she was going to meet a lawyer. I was like, oh, I can't afford that. She got a lawyer. So that was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I was like, okay. I mean, she's short though, but she's nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's nice.
she's 49.
Yeah,
She looks good.
Yes.
Yeah, she's I've never been that way, but Brianna Beach, you know, hey.
And I was just like, okay, there you go. I was like, all right.
But I was thinking, I was like, man, girls like that actually have a main guy.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
They don't?
No. I listen to a lot of these podcasts lately, and they don't want to be referred no longer as porn stars.
What are they now?
Sex workers. So that's what they like to be referred as, sex workers. They don't like we're in the sex industry. You know, we're performers. We're adult performers, and we're sex workers.
Can I chime in?
No.
Yeah, so, and a lot of them be on these
I'm an intake healthcare provider, huh?
and a lot of them be on these podcasts, and they say that they try relationships, but their partner, you know, becomes at some point insecure and overwhelming, and think that they can, you know, get them out of the industry, which they love.
Oh, wow. So you were saying?
I believe Marcus is married.
Mr. Marcus?
Mr. Marcus. And he's been married.
Who's Mr. Marcus?
He's a sex worker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he's been married for over 20 years.
Wow.
And I asked him, I said, could you really have a regular relationship being in the industry that you're in? And he said, yeah.
What's a regular relationship?
Yeah,
Like,
especially nowadays.
opposite of what Jeff was saying, where they were trying to get him to get out of the industry and not able to accept it.
Well, okay, she work all day, and then she come home, you were in a hot bath, you know, she clean herself up, and then she like, let's make love and go to bed. And you like, how was your day? She like, well, I did a scene with like so-and-so, 4 black guys, and you know, it was a gangbang and all orifices, so I'm good. I'm a little sore, but I want to make love.
I felt the scene. I felt it. I was so connected.
And y'all sitting there, and you know, and she like, how was your day? Well, you know, I yelled at some kids through basketball. And then she like, you know, and get in the bed, and she started like touching you, and you like, wait. Hold
And you don't know if her oohs and ahs are real. You don't know if
She's an actress.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. That's nasty. But okay. Okay.
But can you handle the relationship?
I don't think I could. But okay. So back to what we were saying earlier. Jeff was telling us that. Now tell us what you were telling us off air about. You had a gig. Now what happened?
A friend of mine's called me up, and he asked me, and he inquired, is like, do you still have your guard card? I know you do stand up. You know, not trying to insult you or anything, you know, just trying to put some money in your pocket. I said, yeah. Is it valid? Yes. I have a job. If you're interested, let me know, because I need to get a few guys. And he told me the specifics, and I said, yeah, okay, cool. He said the hours, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. And he said, I'm going to text you the location. Text me the location. He said, do you have a black suit? I'm like, yep. He's like, all right, just show up in a black suit. So I went, kind of find out it was a bachelorette party. And there was 100-some women, and the party was from 6 to 10. And then it was like, okay, so when when it started winding down, older women were leaving, and then you just saw a handful of women just lounging around, staying. And then the guy who hired me came up to me and said, hey, man, you know, nothing nefarious is going on. Do you want to make a few extra dollars? And I was like, what do I have to do? He's like, just hang out, man. I'm going to get me and 2 other guys. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I kind of find out around 11 o'clock, he's in the suite, and there's about 30, 35 women left. And the knock on the door, and in come 4 strippers.
Now, and you told us earlier that the bride was a mix between who?
Sally Richardson and Felicia Rashad.
That's a good mix. Now, the young Felicia Rashad.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, how
But
old
she
was
was
the bride? How old do you think she was?
35.
Okay, she's 35. That's
Mm-hmm.
it's good age.
And
It's a
nice
strong age.
proportion. Nice.
Okay.
Well up she was.
Now, and you
Yes.
said her husband dropped her off.
He good looking dude. Fiance, he's like, hey man, watch out for her.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like from 6 to 10, yeah, she cool, He like, she don't drink too much, just don't make sure she drink a lot, she cool. He tell the dude that hired me, he's like, yo, you got my info, man. He like, call me up, man, if I need to come get her.
Okay.
So he was like, oh, no. And then her friend, the one who put it together, we good.
The coordinator.
Yeah, we got a splinter.
Did her coordinator look nasty?
No,
She looked.
she was an attorney.
Okay.
Fine. Moroccan woman.
All right.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
She's that.
So
Single though.
So the guys come in,
Guys, the strippers come in.
all brothers.
Yes. They go in the bathroom. They come out in their costumes.
They oiled up.
No, they didn't have no oil on.
Lou, why you worried about oil?
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, what you want me to turn this into a
Hey,
P. Diddy
no.
party?
Reminds me when we were playing softball.
Shout out to Terrell Owens.
Yes.
Yeah, he all glistening.
Look at him in center field out there glistening.
No, we called him Tyra Banks.
Yes. So,
Okay, go ahead.
No, so they came out in their costume and all of that. They looked like they was already sweating and all that. So they put her on a bar stool in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And then they just started putting on, their songs. And then my man just came up and he just like grabbed the back of her hair and just yanked her head back. And he just dropped his robe and man, his shit was like, and he just started smacking her in the
And
face.
his joint was.
Yes.
A baby arm.
Yeah. And he just started smacking her in the face. And at first, the funniest shit was she's trying to like, nah. No, and then the coordinator and two other like, bitch, we paid for this. Enjoy this shit. Enjoy this. And she just like, and they gave her a shot of Patron. And then she kind of like loosened up. And then my man just came by and just like, yo. And then his boy was coming and he was hitting it like in the right ear. Like, and she just like, and he
Do
like.
you hear me?
Yeah, and he just like took her hands. He just took her hands and just put it on his shit. And then she just started like, just stroking him. And my man was just gyrating and just gyrating. And the next thing you know.
So at what point did she let go?
No, the point where it really set it off, I guess she was taking too long to make shit happen. Mm-hmm. So the Hispanic girl, whose husband dropped her off, she just came and just said, bitch, and put her hair up and said, this how you do this shit. And she just took one of them in her mouth. And just like, and then she just like whipped it over to her girl, and her girl was just like a tissy pot, and then she just finally just gave in. Mm-hmm. And then it just got like.
So you said all four of them were hitting her.
Oh, once she started doing it, it was just like they were just turning the chair around, and they were just like taking her, and then the dude that initiated, when it came back around to him, he just threw her legs up, took her panties off, and just was like pounding it. And he just like went in and she was like, oh. And then my man put it in her mouth, and it was just like, it was on from there. And I'm sitting there like, but then, I don't know, something inside me like, these dirty ass bitches. Bitch, no, she getting married. And this the fuck they doing? This some foul shit.
Now,
Right.
would you tell the husband?
I didn't know none of the husbands. My man who hired me, he knew the fiance. He knew him. So I wonder if he's gonna have a conversation. But the woman who put it together, she was telling the bride to be, she like, bitch, fuck all of that. Them motherfuckers gonna be in Palm Springs tomorrow night. You know what the fuck they gonna be doing. So get this shit out your system. We know you a good bitch. We know you good.
But
you
tonight,
yeah,
let it be low and brown.
yeah, but it's like, enjoy your night. This is your going out. We know you're going to be a good wife. We know you love him. You in love with him. You're going to have his kids. Y'all going to be all right. Get all this shit out your system.
Well, the first one ain't gonna be here. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. And you just sit back and you just watch this shit. You just, and it was like 30 to 35 women that stayed afterward, and all of them got it. All of them got it. So them four motherfuckers left out of there. Not only did they leave out paid, but they left out happy.
Now that's again. What do you think they each made?
They were throwing 20s and 50s at them. Them bitches had money. on top of what they was
Did it make you want to get out there?
Man, no. At first, I had to like, man, this.
Come on, Thimble, get up.
I'm like, don't fail me now, shit, damn. But no, I just sat back and I just like, I just was.
Took it all in.
No, I was just in amazement. Yeah, I was just in amazement. I was just like, it hit me. It's just like, damn. The first thing hit me like that. Women ain't shit. Like, they motherfuckers, they ain't shit. But then they just look back and you just saw them, how they were all captured in the moment. And they trusted each other. That was the thing about it. They trusted each other and they all bonded. And they had fun. Mm-hmm. They just had fun.
Yeah. And no, they didn't have fun. They got joined. They got joined out. That's crazy.
But my man, when he swung her around and when he took her panties down, and she was like, oh, and he was just smacking it, and then he just went up in it, and she was like,
raw?
Oh, yes, and she was like, oh.
So they were going raw on all 30 of them?
All of them, and then she got up on the bar stool and she just turned around doggy style.
Who? The
bride, yeah. At that point, she was just like, fuck it. Mm-hmm. And the one who put it together, oh, man. 36C, man. Beautiful. The areola, all of that. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
So at one point, they were all naked?
No, they weren't. Not all of them. You know, motherfuckers was going around snapping them in the face with shit, you know, and they were just like snapping, you know, they're taking out the titty, you know, titty fucking them, you know, and they were just like, it was like maybe 2 or 3 of them was like, you know.
Now, is that considered a real friend to do that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess on her part, after she felt
it's a bachelorette party. What you want?
Yeah, I mean, like she said, she's like, get it out your system. We know you love him. We know you're going to be faithful. You know, you haven't said I do yet, so get all this shit out your system, you know, and just enjoy your marriage. And the Hispanic girl was just like, yo, I've been married 22 years. And she was like, she set it off. And I was just like, God damn.
She gonna roll up in the crib.
Like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened.
Yes. Like old girl said, bitch, we leaving for Arizona in the morning. We driving. So you got your coochie got a whole week to get back together. You gonna be fine. Your wedding night, he ain't gonna know nothing. Enjoy yourself tonight.
Right, he gonna be.
But you gotta think though, on the flip side, like she said, they gonna be in Palm Springs tomorrow. So you know, them motherfuckers gonna have that, you know.
I didn't have that kind of bachelor party.
And the other thing is, you don't know what those guys had.
I'm sure they had to be, but I'm sure they had to be tested. I'm sure she's, you know, she just ain't gonna hire nobody. I'm sure that she took them through a process, so I'm sure they had to be tested.
Well, how did she find them? They have services?
Yeah. Dick.com.
Yeah, they have services. Yeah, yes, you can get anything now.
Okay, so let us know if your wife, your fiance, you found out that
if your girl went and she was one of the privileged to be invited to remain the 30 out of the 35, and she participated in that, and she came home and she told you, right, and she was honest with you.
And if you knew homie, the
fiance,
would you tell him?
The groom to be.
Yeah, what's the number here? Give us a call.
323-272-4041.
For what?
Shout out to my boy Don Massenberg, who's back. He was out healing people in some other country. Welcome back, D. Massenberg.
Okay. Now, would you tell?
Would I tell? If
your girl came home and she was honest with you and you said, how was the bachelorette party? And she told you what happened. Would you just go and say, did you participate?
Yeah, I would ask her, yeah.
And she's like, yeah.
Yeah. Then all right. It's my house.
Yeah.
You got to go.
That's cheating.
You got to go, man.
It's cheating?
Come on. Yeah, you got to go. You can't do that.
Well, you said it's cheating, then you said, do you think it's cheating? What did that mean?
You got to go. I mean, come on, man. You cool with that?
No, that's what I said. When I was sitting there and I was just watching it, I was just like, damn. In one way, it was just like, it's fucked up. But then, like, the way the coordinator was putting it, like, we know you love him. You are not married yet. You haven't said I do yet. Get this shit out your system.
Seymour, where are you? And what's the other
She's
guy?
in the chat room.
Seymour.
What do you think, Seymour?
Hey, if you could put
Call
the chat
in.
up, yeah, and what's the Nakia?
The kid from the Bay.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. That's just.
It's called a bachelorette party.
But now, swing it. You're married. Do you divorce? You can't fight through that?
How many times did he make you come?
Oh, wow. Now you're going to get details.
Yeah.
How big was he? Was he young?
Yeah, his baby arm still got me messed up.
Now, you said it was 4. And how many did you do? You know?
Wow. So we have a caller?
We have a caller.
Caller.
DJ out there in Vegas.
What's up, DJ?
What it do, DJ?
You the man to ask. What would you
can't
do?
call it, man. Look, man, I done seen a lot of stuff like this living in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? It's times that you go out and females is having bachelorette parties with the girls, and one of them got the little sash on and say bride to be, and they all like with the business trying to get cracked. Like it's just wild. Even while you telling that story, I have put in a comment and they was raw dogging too. Like I knew that just from before you even said it. Like women will do that and men won't. Like I wouldn't hit nothing raw. Like but women will literally do that. And then like you said, go home to dude and you don't know what them dudes had. I highly doubt that she was like, let me see your test results. Just hitting everything raw. Like that shit is crazy. So yeah, me, of course, after that, I'm like, man, I'm cool. I'm done with it. Done with the relationship. But the thing about women is you will never know because the man is not finna try to find out. He not finna go through her phone. He not finna question nobody. Like he not even gonna question y'all. And y'all, the people that was there that he did speak to, y'all not gonna say nothing to him or any of the rest of their husbands. So that man will never know, and he will go get married happily ever after. And that's going to be on the back of her brain. And she going to take it to her grave. She never going to come out and be like, yeah, on my bachelorette party, I got cracked by 4 dudes.
Now,
Like,
you know what, crazy. DJ? I think the only time that she would come out and tell you is if you have an argument and you getting divorced, something like that.
Exactly.
That's the only time she come out and hit you with it.
Now, DJ, let me ask you this. Your girl, she come home and she tells you what went down. Now, and you listen and you like, damn, but she hasn't included herself. Do you ask her if she participated or do you not want to know?
Ask her for what? I already know the answer.
Right.
Right.
Ain't no female. Like it's 2 things with me. It's either that I'm going to be so upset about it that I'm going to blow up, or I'm just not even going to ask no questions, because it's no way that the females is going to go to a function like that and they not going to participate.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
it started off from 6 to 10. It started off with about 100 women. And then by the time it was like 30, 35.
You know what that was? That was the throw off. Because let me tell you what you're really supposed to do. As a man, if you are getting married, you supposed to send your sister, or you supposed to send a home girl that you trust to that bachelorette party. You're supposed to send somebody with her to represent you to make sure stuff like that ain't going down.
Good point.
So she had all the sophisticated women, all the women that might have told and it might have got back to them.
They were gone.
They was there for the first part and they got out of there.
Yep.
Yeah,
After that, this was the real party, like, you know what I mean? Just like the Diddy party. You know what I mean? You got the party, and then you got the party. You know what I'm saying?
And that was
like
the
I said,
party.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah, it was the party.
I go with
And
DJ
you will never know.
because if my girl should have, once it's about to kick off, she's supposed to call me and say, "Come get me." Then I believe her.
Okay.
You know, if she say, "Hey, come
But
get
look,
me,"
let me ask y'all this as men, though, right? No, vice versa. If you went to a function like that, vice versa, and dudes is getting down, the strippers is they with the business, you know what I'm saying? Is you going to indulge in that? Is you going to be a part of that?
no, I'm out.
Okay, so
I'm out.
if you got 100 of your friends, associates, and all of that, and then it's like 6 to 10, and then it winds down, and they're like, yo, man, go down to such and such. Go down to this suite. And then you go down there, and it's like 20, 25, and then 5, 6 strippers walk in. You going to instantaneous leave?
Yeah, but see, I already know.
So-
I mean, you know.
So look, like the stripping part, I don't really necessarily have, like male strippers, they do all kind of wild shit. All male strippers is fucking the guest. But female strippers, it's a high chance that they might just strip. They might not do no extracurricular activities. But me personally, I don't get out like that. So if it's 3 strippers and they going around hitting the whole party, I don't want none. I'm straight. Like, I got enough strength to back up and be like, man, I'm cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just nasty to me. I don't get out like that. I feel like trains and 2 naked dudes in the same room. Like, I've never been with all that.
So now let me ask you this.
Me either.
So your boy, your homie that you knew growing, and you know the bride to be, but your homie, he indulged. He gets some head. Do you say something to him, or do you say something to his girl, or do you tell your girl?
I'm not gonna say nothing to him. I'm not gonna say nothing to him. I mean, I'm not gonna say nothing to his girl because that's not my position. My loyalty is to him. Okay. But I am gonna say something to him like, yeah, you got head from. You don't even know. Like I was always that dude. Like, nigga, you did that. You did like, nigga, at least like raw. Like, nigga, you ain't at least gonna cover yourself up. Like that's the least you could do. Like, don't do that. Don't be out here just, you know, fraudulent like that. But
yeah, you can't say, let me get a sip of that again.
To his girl, you know, men really have a code, though. As men, we really got a man code. We not going to snitch on him. I don't care what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
that's right.
Am I going to tell my girl? Probably not, because she's going to be like, you did X. But I might. You know what I mean? I might. I'll be like, nah, I'm not like that. I don't, you know, my girl know that, you know.
Yeah, that's why it's
like, and if I do something, I'm going to tell it.
Yeah, I'm leaving. That's why you got to bounce. Because your girl got to know, hey, I'm out. I'm coming home. Why? What happened?
Dudes,
you know what they were doing, babe.
Certain people, like people know they friends. So that man should know that friend of hers that set that all up. He knows she the one that get out like that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but that's the thing, though. But she carried herself in that professional manner until she was like, it came around to her. And they like whipped her breasts out.
But I'm with like, DJ. Yo. You've seen that before. You've seen her tipsy. You've seen her drunk.
Yeah, you've seen her, heard them stories.
Yeah, you know, because your wife to be already told you how she is.
Right.
So I'm with you. The whole thing is you gotta bounce, and also you just gotta. I'm with you that you gotta send your sister or a homegirl with her to keep everybody in check.
But it's crazy. She got raw dogged by 4 dudes. Like,
yes,
that is crazy.
All of them did.
Bananas. There wasn't one dude. She got hit by all the dudes.
One would be on one dude, and then he would just take it out and put it in the next one's mouth. And I mean,
I hope that it make it back to him. I hope that maybe she has something on her conscience that tells him, or like if they got that type of relationship, that hey, more power to him. But if that's something he had no idea of and he's not cool with, then I hope some type of way it makes it back to him. And I don't think necessarily he might not be that dude to go do that with some females, because if he go out there and raw dog a female and bring something back, he's going to be wrong. If he go and get a stripper pregnant, he's going to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that he would do something like that, investing probably all the money and the time that he done put into this woman, and to do her like that, it's just, you know.
All right, man. Thanks for the call,
DJ.
Thanks, man.
Right.
DJ luck. Out there in Vegas.
Wow, that's just.
But yeah, just devil advocate. What if you advocate? What if you just caught up in the moment?
It's a bachelor party.
Right, but you're not, as an adult, you're not caught up in the moment. When you're caught up in the moment, that's something different. You making a choice. You're not caught up in the moment. You made a choice
to go to the bachelor party.
Right,
yes.
But if you ain't caught in the middle.
If you the groom to be.
If you ain't caught up in it by grabbing somebody's jaw and putting it in your mouth or putting it in your
Why are you doing it?
No.
The fuck? Lou, we got to talk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got
so let me say this before we take the call. So what if the stripper come and she's
I did do
yeah. What if she just get on your lap and start grinding?
No, I'm out when the strippers come in. I'm gone.
But it's for you though.
No,
it's the party's for you.
My boy would know not to do that. Because Code 3 got a Glock. My boy, you my best friend. You know Lou ain't rolling like that. My boys, even back in Philly, would know to bring some chessboards and da-da-da. And if you are bringing strippers, they on TV.
Oh, I know you.
Okay.
You tell me, you be like, hey man, tell one or two of them bitches down there. You see that bitch right
there? Are these the ones from Charlie? Yeah, the ones you like. What are you talking about?
The bitch that look like Beyonce. Hey man, can she go to your room? Tell her where your room.
Y'all do love me,
I got 400.
All right, we got a call.
Go give me some condoms.
There's a party, then there's the party.
Go give me some condoms.
Caller, you want to strip?
No, I've been there, done that. Hey, it's Nakia from the Bay.
Hey, Nikia.
You
Been there, done that.
Oh, wow.
Leave her alone.
You stripped?
I used to be a burlesque dancer.
Oh, wow. Man.
Wow, we didn't know that.
Let's not use the word used to be.
So now, so what would you do in that situation?
No, what have you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
If your girl
I'm
was that way.
biased. I'm biased because
Oh.
I'm in the lifestyle.
Oh, okay.
So from hearing what you were explaining, this was something that was previously set up, and all the strippers already went through and were STD tested.
Okay.
Vetted.
Okay, but were the girls tested?
Yeah, most likely so.
No,
Because it sounds like that was a straight setup for a play party, and so everybody had to come already tested, at least within the last month.
So you say you biased. So you cool with your with your boy and you the maid of honor and all that. You cool with her getting down like that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Now, what about the flip side? If you were marrying a guy and he had a bachelor party, would you be good with that?
Yeah, because we would already be in the lifestyle and already know how stuff gets down.
Hey, let me ask you. You turning left or right?
Oh, her signal's on.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have a
See,
so would you come
the thing
home?
is that there's certain people in certain lifestyles that are cool with stuff like that. But you don't know because you don't know.
All right, say I'm a square.
Wait, hold on. Nakia, just give us the rules of engagement.
The rules of engagement are: one, if you go to a party, you are safe and sane. So either everyone at the party is already tested or everyone uses protection.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, or buts. And no means no.
Okay.
Okay, so let me ask you this. We together, you go to the party. I'm not about that, but we have this great relationship. Do you come home? Do you tell me?
If you want to know, yes.
Can you handle it?
Now, if I say, so did the bride, your girl, did she get down? Did she indulge? And you're like, yeah. And then I ask you, did you partake?
No, see, the thing is, I don't tell what nobody else has done. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
You only tell what you did.
Okay.
Whatever else happens at a party, no one knows. You don't say.
That's
So
all right.
if you're
What happens at the party
friends
stays at the party.
if you're friends with the groom, good friends with him, or your brother or somebody, and he asks you, do you tell him?
No, because what happens at the party stays at the party.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because the whole thing is he wouldn't be down. She wouldn't let that happen if he wasn't down for it.
Okay, so you're saying that the bride in this situation knew.
Yeah. She
So
probably got nervous, but she knew.
So you saying that her fiance knew that was going to happen?
Okay, what I'm saying is there's two different scenarios. There's a scenario where it's just spontaneous, like what he's talking about, and no one knows it just happened. But then there's also the type where you don't know about what relationship goals they have or whatever dynamic they have. So he might have already known.
Okay, but if he didn't know, he should never know.
Right.
All right.
Well, you on the ice cream truck?
Yeah. Turning right.
Thank you, Nakia. Thank you so much.
Nakia from the Bay.
You got to call us and tell us about your burlesque days. I did not know that.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
That's life, LD. That's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And I witnessed it. And like I said, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, man, that's fucked up.
That's life.
Yeah. But then you sit back and you're like, okay.
Were you turned on?
No, I was at first
Oh, come on.
when I saw it, I was kind of disgusted, but then I was just like, let me take the emotion out of it. And it just seemed like, and I just like, okay, they enjoying themselves.
None of the women turned. You didn't get turned on by any of them.
Oh, the Moroccan woman, yeah.
She had you.
Yes. And she's single too.
Did you get her number?
No.
He's working.
Oh, you had to be professional.
Yeah.
Did you have your thing on you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
His weenie?
No.
No, I left that
joking.
in the closet.
Is that in the car?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're asking everyone else. So, would you have, if you're Sheena's getting married and that goes down, what's your take?
I don't think Sheena would get down like
No,
that.
I'm not asking. I'm just saying, but if she is getting down
If
like
they
that,
if they put her in that chair,
and she go there,
and then my man come up and he take the towel out and he like bam start smacking her in the face with it and pull her hair.
Okay, so what are you saying? What would I do?
Yeah.
yeah. Would you be? And then you saw the baby arm come out too.
Oh no.
No.
No, because I have this thing that I feel like most male strippers are gay
Oh wow,
to me.
them motherfuckers weren't gay.
Huh?
Them motherfuckers weren't gay.
How you know?
They went gay that night.
Yeah, that night.
Exactly.
That's why I was just sitting back like, damn.
You have now. Do you have a girlfriend that you know would get down like that?
Probably a couple.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple.
But the one that the what got to me is when the point of busting is when they were smacking them in the face with it.
Oh, they ejaculated on
Yes.
your face?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
That's
What,
doing
all
too
four
much.
of them?
Yes.
All four of them ejaculated on the bride
Yes.
on the bride's face?
Yes. Yes.
And she licked it?
Yeah. Yes.
Nakia, I don't think he knew about that part. That part I don't think so, that's in the conversation. Really?
I just sat back and you sitting there, you watching, and you're like, damn, nah. And especially when the coordinator said, girl, they in Palm Springs tomorrow. No telling what the fuck they doing.
Now, I'm shocked that there was no girl on girl. I'm disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
It was their night.
I mean,
they was just.
all that going on.
Nah.
None of the women touched each other.
No. They was all on four. They was all on four of them dudes. I'm
But
telling
it was
you,
35 girls.
it don't matter. When one take it out of her mouth, the other one was putting it in her mouth.
Ew.
And they were
Well,
just
Sheena's
licking.
in the chat room.
And they was just licking, and they just all four of them was just. They were all four. There was like them. All four of them motherfuckers enjoyed that shit.
So it's Sheena's showing eggplant? What's up?
Oh, hilarious. Or a baby
No,
arm.
but she said how I would feel. No judgment. I wouldn't. If one of my homegirls did do that on at their bachelor party, I wouldn't go ugh.
Now, let me ask you this.
We're asking Sheena, would she?
Would she do it?
Yeah. She put up 2 eggplants. All right.
Now let me ask you this, Portis.
What?
If you was one of the 100 that came, and then the coordinator came in and said, "Girl, stick around," and then you knew what was happening and all that, you wouldn't partake?
I wouldn't partake in the sex, but I probably would sit around and watch.
Okay. Because there was 2 or 3 women that just sat around and they was like, and they was just like, and the dudes was like, hitting them across the face, and they was like, no, I'm married.
Oh, they were the lesbians.
Hilarious.
But then they just moved on. They didn't bother them. They just went to the ones that was like that
I
was
was gonna
women.
say, were all the women with it, or just
Yes,
a
except
few?
it was about 30, 35 women, except for 2 or 3 that was just like holding out, and they were just like, no, I'm married, and they was like, girl, come on, and then the dudes was like, all right, well, fuck you then, and they just went to the next one.
I watched a documentary on black male strippers, and all their fans were big girls. So were there big girls there?
It was a couple of big girls, but no, it was one white girl. She was with the business.
There was only one white girl?
It was about 2 or 3. They was with the business.
Any Asian?
It was one.
And she got it?
She was with the business.
Oh, I like a black egg roll.
She was with the business.
And it was a Hispanic girl.
Yep.
And a lot of black women?
Yeah. The Hispanic girl, she was the one who set it off.
Okay, what other?
Because my man was just dancing around. He was just tapping her. Girl was like, oh. And it's like, and then the Hispanic girl was like, bitch, you better handle that. She's like, let me show you what to do. She just got on her knees, put her hair up, and just like, yo.
25% of the couples in this country are estimated to be in violent relationships.
Take this dick.
Listen to the dick.
I don't believe you would just sit there.
What?
I don't believe you would just sit there. Especially if you was high.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Saw them big eggplants, you be like, oh.
All right,
you
what's
know
up?
me,
It's time
huh?
for the police
No,
report. See what's
All
going
right, I
on
want
in
to
the world.
shout out NASA astronaut Victor Glover is set to make history as the first black astronaut
To do what?
go outside of the low Earth orbit.
Y'all still falling for that?
Now, I
They in the studio with a green screen.
I heard his father speaking, and it just seems like a great family. He has some kids.
He's from out here.
Yeah, it seemed like a nice guy. You don't believe?
No. They
Let,
sit
let,
in-
let her finish the story, then we can get
yeah.
into that.
They in the studio
Well,
with a
he
green screen.
serves. They're up there now, but they haven't reached the moon yet.
How we know?
He'll serve as pilot on the Artemis 2 mission. It's a 10-day journey that will take astronauts around the moon for the first time since 1972. Glover, like I said, is from Southern California. He's been on missions before. He previously spent 168 days on the International Space Station.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we'll see what happens in 10 days. Why don't you believe?
No.
And it's the first female.
No.
Shout out to her, and then the dude from Canada.
Yeah,
And then the
respect to
captain.
them all.
Yeah.
But, you know,
No. My cable went out the other day for 4 hours, and I had no cable to watch. And they at the moon, and they constantly talking. So how strong is that signal compared to the thing of on the block?
I
on
got
my
a
block?
I got a friend. I mean, doesn't think that they landed on the moon.
No.
That's
It's like my
always been
man
a
said,
conspiracy.
is when they landed, who put the camera out there? Nobody talked about that part. Camera was already set up. Who took the picture? Because remember, Neil Armstrong, he was dancing. He had the flag, and he was dancing. So who actually took
Was
the
it
picture?
on the spaceship?
No, he got out, and he was supposed to be the first man to walk on the moon. And when he got out, he was bouncing. He had the United States flag, and he stuck it down on there, and he dancing. So who took the picture?
I wouldn't put it past
Who-
because they wanted to beat China. Just like now, this mission is to try to beat China in this race or Japan.
This is all AI, and it's all a green screen. You would never convince me to believe that they can go up that far.
So you
Well,
didn't
let me
believe that
ask you-
rocket went off?
No, it's a green screen.
So all those people that were out there, what did they see?
Someone
It's just-
shot from an airplane.
It's just the same thing when you watch recently when Gayle King and
Now
Katy
that
Perry-
was probably fake.
that was all when Elon Musk, when he shot that rocket up and all that shit was fake. Because then you see when they show finally clips and all that, you saw the white girl with the headset on, and she was like, "Go back in the door. Go back in the door. We're not ready for it to open." So I mean, it's all a production.
but then you have the firmament, right, which is up top. So to Jeff's point, him sticking the flag in the ground, dancing in a spacesuit, one step for man and mankind, this, that, and the other, right? So now you got all these probes going on. They at Mars. They didn't saw Pluto and all that. Why nobody take a picture of the flag that you already put up there?
Yeah. And how do you know how to dress for that shit? I mean, you got a spacesuit on. I mean, how do you know the weight, capacity, and all of that? What's going to keep you from floating? I mean, it's just so much that I'm just like, okay, you know, how much oxygen do you need?
Yeah, I
it's
thought that's stuff that they worked out when they were training for.
Yeah, you can work that out to get there, but you ain't worked it out to get back.
Yeah, they have this guy on TikTok that breaks down the conspiracy of the moon, and they were saying, how were they able to launch off the moon? But they said there's no gravity, so that's one reason it doesn't take as much to launch from the moon. But then they were talking about, well, how were they able to call in at that time
Yeah.
in 72 when the technology...
It wasn't where it's at now. I mean, they say the deepest depth of, I forget what ocean is 26 miles down. And you can't survive that. Not even in a submarine.
The Marianas
crush you.
Trench.
It'll crush you.
Yeah. So how the hell, if you can't go 26 miles below Earth's surface, how you going to go 100,000 miles above it?
Days.
Yes, 10 days. and you just eating.
It takes 4
and
days to get to the moon.
And remember what they was eating back then? Tang.
I
was
heard
sipping
today
that
their toilet wasn't working.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this: if you had an opportunity to go out in space, would you?
No, I don't even like.
We already in space.
Yeah.
Oh, hilarious. Good one.
Yeah. I mean, pay me the money and I'll go hide out and be a part of a green screen.
No, I'm not. I'm not good.
I mean,
I don't like heights.
Well, congratulations to them, and hopefully they make it home safe.
but the thing is, an airplane, if you Google it, an airplane, the highest it can go, and that's Air Force One, is like 49,000 feet. No aircraft can go beyond that, I don't believe, can go beyond 49,000 feet. That's presidential airspace. So Air Force One is designed for that. I don't think an aircraft can go above that without it cracking or without, the oxygen mask coming down. So, and you going up there, and they just said to go to Mars. You know how long they predicted it takes you to get to Mars?
How long?
8 months.
My thing is, how come they haven't been back, or anyone has been back to the moon since '72?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Yeah, because
Well, if you're wondering why, that mean they didn't go.
yeah, it's because it's not real.
All right. Well, my next story is TSA workers in Atlanta received a $1,000 gift card courtesy of Tyler Perry. At first, the government was gonna make them take the gift cards, return the gift cards. Tyler wanted to give them actually cash, but they wouldn't let him give them cash. But they ended up letting them keep the gift cards. He gave out $250,000 gift cards, which came up to $250,000.
Yeah, that was a nice generosity. So, I mean.
So my question is, should people in positions of power or money step in like this, or should that responsibility fall strictly on the government?
It has to fall on the government. I mean, the first shutdown back in, when was it, around Christmas time or November, you had those 2 billionaires that came in and they paid the United States military salary. So, I mean, you have people that can step in and do it, but why should they have to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be I'm sure Trump is going to give them a major tax write-off. I mean, but it's just ridiculous, though. I mean, now the Democrats, everybody's for it now. I mean, you go 44 days without getting no money, and you got a job.
Are you quitting your job if that's the case?
I mean, to me, it's a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword. You only can go so many days. Like, do I use my vacation time, my PTO time, my personal time off? Am I allowed to use that? Can I have it when we come back? Nobody, and especially 2026, nobody wants to work and not get paid.
Right.
I mean, you 44 days without no money. And you got to understand, take into account, landlords, they ain't trying to hear none of this shit. After coming out of COVID, not getting no money and all of that. No, it's kind of a hard thing.
All right, my next story, Tiger Woods says he was on the phone with Trump when he crashed or was pulled over by the police.
No, he had all them. He had opioids in his possession.
Pills on. I mean, I just don't understand.
You got enough money to hire a driver.
Yeah, I don't understand why you driving.
I don't
understand.
Because I have an addiction.
And you don't want nobody to know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And you like fucking bitches. You don't want nobody to know. I mean, at that point, you gotta hire a driver.
Yeah, because what is this? Is like third or fourth?
Oh, he gonna do some jail.
No,
DUI?
He's out already.
Yeah, he's not gonna go to jail.
He gotta go to court though.
Yeah, but he has a good lawyer, and plus he's gonna. I mean, At
this point, them white folks, they tired of Tiger Woods.
No, he ain't going to jail.
Okay.
Well, he says he's taking time away to.
You think?
That's the first move.
From driving?
Yeah.
To seek treatment.
Yeah, that was the first move.
He's gonna have a documentary.
I mean, I just don't get. I don't get. I mean, and rolling over. I mean, it's just.
This is the second time he done it.
Yeah.
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 And the time he ran into the tree when his wife was chasing
Beat him with
him
the golf club.
yeah.
Who sold him a car?
You know.
As a sponsor.
Yeah. Range Rover. And then you go ask him, hey man, can I borrow your car? And he like, no. Can I drive you somewhere?
You think when he was rolling over, he said 4?
Hole in one. Yeah.
But he was so oblivious because he like released the tape. And he said, am I going to jail?
Yeah, and the lady she knew she had one. She had one. She,
Oh,
Oh, the
yeah.
cops, they be
Big
loving that
fish.
shit.
she
Yeah,
had
yeah.
one. She had one.
And he had just made his comeback. He played in a LIV tournament.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was just like, okay, Tiger coming back now.
There you go.
Okay, so I did watch something this week that I thought was interesting. I don't know if everybody is into it, but it's called The Secrets of Bees, and it's on Hulu. And I learned a lot of amazing things about bees. Do you know that if we don't have bees, that
Population, yep.
the population and the food they pollinate the plants for us to for plants to grow and stuff like that. But they are highly organized. And did you know that bees can recognize your face?
Yeah.
I'll tell my story.
What, Teeter? What's your
I've
bee
told
story?
it before.
What?
I'm on Robinson and right across from Hamilton's the gas station.
Yeah, that gas station, yeah.
I pull in. I'm coming northbound on Robinson. You know, the cars come off the freeway. So I hurry up and darted in there. So I pull up right on the side because, you know, it's a little mini mart in there as well. So I get out, but I'm going to clean my windows and then put the pump in and go back. So it's all in coordination. So when I get out and I'm going to get the squeegee thing to clean the window, it was 2 bees right here. So instead of just, cause I'm fascinated by animals. So instead of, you know, swatting them away with the thing, I'm looking at them and they're just doing this. So I'm fascinated by that. But they directed my attention because they was all up there
Yeah.
on the thing.
And the hornet?
No, it was bees. It was a gang up in the
It
canopy
was a honeycomb.
Oh, yeah.
up there. So I said, okay, I got in the car, put the thing on, got in the car and got up out of there. Y'all got it.
That nigga done survived Crips, Bloods.
Homie, you not hearing me. It was 2 bees right here. They was doing this. So I'm looking at them and they draw my attention to look up. Good looking, homie.
He's like, isn't that Teeter?
yeah.
Yo, Teeter, you got to go, man. You got to go.
So face recognition and that, I'll give you that, P.
Yeah,
I'll
hey,
give you that.
you know,
Yeah, they recognize your face and they're very
hold-
organized.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
I was saying, they was letting you know their homies.
Man,
He's
I'm
like,
talking about they was up there, homie, like it was massive.
You in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, they're intelligent. Bees are very intelligent. They organize. They
I've seen it.
I was watching, so they had a hornet going that was like outside of the honeycomb, but the hornets kill bees.
Mm-hmm.
And
Japanese hornets.
And so this one hornet dug up in there and they ate his ass up. The whole hive just jumped on him. And what they do is
Heat them up.
they heat them up. It gets so hot they cook them inside there. But one other thing is honey never spoils. Jars of honey have been found in ancient Egyptian tombs that are still edible today.
You know what honey is?
No, what is it?
It's bee comb.
Yeah.
Damn.
You gonna get a lot of that now.
All I'm thinking about, whenever you get a sore throat, you just go.
Yeah. That's what
Bee
it
jacket,
is.
yeah.
And it takes 20 them to pollinate 20 million flowers to get a pound of honey.
Wow.
It's just amazing. It's called Secrets of Bees, and it's on Hulu.
That's
if
why
you're interested in that kind of
That's
thing.
that's why they tell you never kill a bee.
Never.
They
Why?
say because you destroy population.
Yeah,
So
and
it's like-
sadly, bees have been dying off, they say, in alarming rates because of pesticides, climate change, and habitat loss.
And they just had a colony of Australian bees that, you know, the farmers make the honey and, you know, and they made them kill them.
Yeah.
And my crazy experience with bees was at the other studio. One day I came in and there was a swarm of dead bees on the floor in the conference room. It was like they flew in through that bathroom vent and was trying to get out through the window in the conference room. I mean, there was hundreds of them in the conference room, and it was crazy. And they were all dead. They all died. But bees don't live that long. They only live a few weeks in the summer.
Yeah, protect
What
the
bee
queen.
told you that?
Yeah.
You know, only live for 2 weeks.
This is, I'm glad there are bees around my house with my roses and all of that. So
Yeah.
I see them every other day.
I see a bee. I get out of the way.
I got stung by being elementary.
Oh, did you?
I stepped on one.
We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
I wish one of your guys had children if I could kick them in the fucking head or stomp on their testicles so you could feel my pain, because that's the pain I have.
I wish I was 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass. You won't do shit with you guys. Oh, we look like the damn Bad News Bears.
Teeter Sports Ticker right here, right now. Did you guys catch the World Series of Baseball?
Yeah.
Venezuela
Yeah.
took it all.
Yes.
Beat the United States with no brothers on the team, so I don't know how y'all thought that was going to work.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see like the Dominican Republic play Puerto Rico and all the energy, and
Yeah.
it was good.
I didn't know what you call it. I watched, there was the World Baseball Classic. I didn't know Italy had a baseball team.
Yeah, Italy,
France.
yeah.
I was like, okay, all right.
Japan,
Yeah.
yeah. Around the world they have
But
teams.
Otani, he played for Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I don't know why they have Otani leading off. So he's not getting his full potentials to get home runs, and he just basically get one run or one out.
it's the start of the season.
But that's how the
He
stars are.
He's gonna end up going back to the fourth slot.
But Judge used to be leadoff for the Yankees. Oh, he was so horrible.
Who Derek?
Judd for the Yankees.
Oh, Derek
struck
Jeter?
out 3 times. No, Judd.
Judd.
Remember when they played? Who they played? Was it Italy? No, when they lost.
Oh, okay.
He struck out 3 times. Horrible. All right, here's a little fact for people out there. American sprinter who overcame polio as a child went on to become the world's record holder and Olympic champion in individuals and international sports, icon in track and field following success in the 1956 and 1960 Olympic Games. Competing in the 200-meter dash, won bronze medal in 4x100-meter relay at the 1956 Summer Olympics in Melbourne, Australia. She also won a gold medal in the 100 and 200 individual events and the 4x100-meter relay in the 1960 Summer Olympic Games in Rome. Do you know who this athlete is? Female athlete.
Is it Wilma Randolph?
Wilma Glodine
Rudolph, right?
Yeah,
Rudolph.
Okay.
So that's our female. It's still Women's of the Month, right? Women of the Month?
No, that's over. Women's History Month. It is actually
March.
April is. It's got something every month now. I think it's Women Abusive Month or something like that. I mean, you can't not to abuse them.
Well,
women have something every month now?
No, everybody. I mean, there's always something.
Right, something on the calendar.
What?
It ain't no more what you call it.
No more what? Oh, Cesar Chavez?
Yeah.
Sexual assault awareness.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find some of that.
Autism and stress awareness month.
Okay, I'll find somebody getting beat up in sports next week. NBA is doing what it's doing. Try to stay on topic in the theme.
Exactly.
Your boy from the Chicago Bulls, Jeff, got cut.
Jaden
Layden.
Ivy.
Jaden Ivy.
His mom is she's the female coach of Notre Dame.
Okay.
He got cut. Well, the Bulls released him.
Why did they release him?
Because
Jeff?
he went on Instagram and he had a homophobic rant.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how can the Bulls? Well, he started off, he said, how can the Bulls support this? and all that, and and they try to come like with Christian values and all that. And it's like it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
What were they supporting, the Bulls?
The alphabet community.
Okay, and so he was he? What year was he?
He's been in the league for like maybe 5 or 6 years.
Okay, is he black?
Yeah, his mom is the coach she's the female coach of the college team Notre Dame women's basketball team.
He said he found God, and
Yeah, he said he found God, and now he's talking about Steph Curry,
Jordan,
Yeah,
LeBron. He went at them all.
They're not of Christian morals and values.
Okay. And what do you feel, Jeff? Being Chicago Bulls home team, what's your stance?
I didn't know who he was until I saw that shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, but the Bulls are gonna pay him his $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can't. What I'm finding out as I'm becoming, I think, more and more wiser each day. It's two things. It's two groups you can't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be canceled.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk about any other specific group.
Openly.
You can just come out. But the alphabet community, can't talk about them. And Jews.
Okay.
You can't talk about them. They cut you off in a minute.
Yeah.
They ostracize you, all of that shit. So, I mean, it's just like the white guy with that was with the Hawks. When the Hawks did a cultural night for Magic City.
Okay.
And he said something. He said, y'all can't do this because we have kids coming to the game and y'all promoting a strip club. And then he got ate up. The internet is undefeated.
Absolutely.
It's like, man, you can't say nothing. You can't speak on our culture. Magic City is part of Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's a cultural thing. And if you watch the documentary of it, it was. Because that's what Dominique Wilk used to say. He used to take the players there. Wow.
Lewis, as a coach,
would you go to Magic City?
In the climate of sports today, what are the changes that you've seen with the younger athletes that you deal with?
You got to coach the whole athlete now. You can't dismiss if they say they're having a bad day, or if they mention the word mental. You got to pay attention. You just got to be aware and coach. I'm having a tough mental day. Then that you got to step back. You got to tell somebody else. You got to get the administration involved. Well, we have a sports psychologist, so
I was going to ask you, with the collegiate girl, with her coach, when she got up in her face, and she pulled her jersey, and she pointed her finger, and she got all up in her face. But then the girl was like, "I appreciate that."
Yeah, she wouldn't. Yeah,
she said, "I want to be coached that way."
She said, "It's your story. Tell it."
Yeah, she was like, "I want to be coached that way." So I didn't have a problem with that. But like you say, you always say the internet is undefeated. They came hard at the coach. They say, first of all, you shouldn't be grabbing her like that. You shouldn't be chastising her like that. You should be more empathetic to, her feelings and her emotion. But the player responded back and said, I want to be coached that way.
Right, and that's.
Do you agree with the tactics of that coach?
Well, I mean, some kids you can coach like that, and some you can't. But high school is a lot different because they're kids. College, they're older, so it's a different tone. I mean, the high school now, you can't beat them up, you can't get personal, you can't beat them down. You actually have to, again, coach the whole kid. You just have to find the best way to get to them. Some kids you can yell at, some kids you can't yell at. Some kids will run back and tell their mother, their father, and you just got to be aware of that as a coach. And also nowadays, the most important thing is whenever you're talking to a kid, you got to have another coach there.
Okay.
And I don't agree with you on the fact that even though the levels are different, you don't like the fact that if a high schooler hit a three and he go like this, you don't like that, huh?
Well, high school, you okay. I don't like middle school and elementary kids. High school is different now. High school is NIL. They getting paid. It's different. High school kid, they doing that.
They're not getting paid in high school.
Well, okay. They're not getting paid openly.
They're getting paid in high school.
But my thing is that you got an 8th grader and a 6th grader and a 5th grader doing that. You're like, come on, man. You're not even, you haven't reached, there's going to be kids that are going to be better than you.
Right.
So they don't know why they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I don't like that.
March Madness, you guys checking it out?
Yeah.
What was surprised to you? Which team surprised you the most?
I fell in love with more with the women than the guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the women are balling.
They're balling.
And I'm pulling for secretly UCLA.
Yeah.
If they feed the big white girl,
Yeah.
they got a chance.
You got a
But,
chance.
You know, you can't sleep on South Carolina.
Yeah.
You can't sleep on Michigan. And you damn sure can't sleep on Texas.
Yeah.
So you got 4 good ones.
Yeah.
The men, I'm going to go with, it's a toss-up.
Go ahead.
With either Arizona, you know.
Arizona was slated to be the ones.
Arizona, and they playing each other, either Arizona or Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. The winner of that, I think. I mean, but listen, you can't get, I mean, that game, that UConn and Duke game. Was just, and shout out to our boy Nick, who played well from Harvard Westlake, the freshman. He played well.
At Duke.
Yeah, Duke. But, I mean, you feel so bad for the kid Boozer. But everybody knows.
But as a coach, what was your reaction to that?
Well, everybody. The text blew it up. Because a couple people you called me, and I hadn't finished watching it yet. So
he's like, don't tell me.
I'll call you back. You know, yeah, it's just, well, everybody knows. The big Boozer got it first, but he was kind of in the corner.
Yeah. And
I think they did know that UConn had the possession arrow. So he couldn't get tied up. So he threw it back to my man. Now, my man was a 52% foul shooter, the guy that got it from Boozer.
Right.
Then the other Boozer was 81%. So that's why he threw it to him. And he was supposed to hold it.
Okay, hold up. Before you, the clock was
10
seconds flat.
Right.
So when he inbounded, the tall, dark-skinned brother, when he got it, he should have just held it and just dribbled it. He should have held it. That's where your coaching comes in.
Right. The coach said be strong with the ball, but the thing was that they had the possession. So when he first got it in, he got it into Boozer. And Boozer was kind of in the corner. He was on the sidelines. So that meant they could trap him. They could get a jump ball. So he couldn't dribble. So he did the right thing by passing it back to my man. And my man knew I'm only shooting 52%. And then my man was a straight line. He was open.
Both of them, yeah.
So he threw it right to him like that was the right pass. And then, if you notice, first thing he did was dribble the ball. He didn't jump, stop, and turn and just be solid with the ball. Because then you got to foul me because it was like 6 seconds left.
Yeah.
He dribbled the ball. Then he saw the 2 guys open, and he didn't. Again, he's a freshman. He's not used to playing the 6'8", 6'9" guys who are athletic. He's used to playing the guys that are not that athletic. So he thought he could get it over them, and everybody knew once they knocked it down and my man got it, they knew you knew it was going in.
But what about when my man came back? When they intercepted the pass and he threw it and he stopped and he threw it to my man, the defender stood there with his
right. He didn't close out.
He didn't jump up.
But he didn't think he was shooting. He didn't think he was shooting it from the logo.
Why not? The fuck.
But then that was the thing. The first guy that got it was a senior, so he was smart enough to realize I don't have a shot. And he threw it to the guy that was coming back, the freshman.
But he set it up as I would to draw the defender to me. And then kicked
it. So again, it's like Jay Billis said, he's a freshman. So he's a freshman. He's not used to that. And UConn had seasoned players. That's the difference. Freshman.
I can't buy that.
He's emotional.
Jordan was a freshman.
And Jordan became the best player in the world. But that play that they drew up for Jordan when he was a freshman, Dean Smith said it. This is what's going on. You're going to pass it. You can circle, and Michael should be open. So they had worked on that play. It just worked out for Michael. Michael had a wide open shot.
Yeah.
But if they hadn't reversed it, because they had guys that know, I'm going to reverse
Well, the
it.
decoy was James Worthy.
Right.
When he got it, and then he kicked it back out to Jimmy Black. Because when he dribbled, everybody pulled to James. Right. And then when he kicked it to Jimmy Black
swung
right there to Jordan, and he was right open.
Yeah. And again, that's a difference between a freshman player.
Okay, let me ask you. So if you're on that bench as a coach in a timeout, with 10 seconds to go, what are you telling them?
They got 7 or 8 coaches. They all should have been saying, yo, be strong with the ball. Okay, they're going to foul us. We got 10 seconds. Don't throw. You don't have to make the pass unless he's wide open.
That's what that's what I'm saying.
And every coach is telling, and they were telling them that. But again, emotion. I mean, this is
in the game.
In the game, 10 seconds. You got a
It's
chance
a long
to go
time,
to the Final Four.
Yeah.
This is. I mean, come on.
Pressure bust pipe
all day, and Boozer was like, wow.
They took the camera right off of him and put it on the Hurley family. I was like, these were the director.
But to that point, all that in game situations, you have to be ready for that. Because that's what scouts look for, right? That last 10 seconds, will decide whether you go to the next league or you can't play under pressure.
And that's the shit that, you know, when I call him, I was like, that's the shit that when you by yourself, that's the type of shit you work on. When you individually, instead of, because everybody's working on 10, 9, 8, 7, the last shot. But you have to put it in scenarios like that to make sure that, you know, that they understand how that pressure is.
And he put that, but he shot it from the logo.
Man, as soon as he took that step
Shot it from the
across.
logo.
But that's what that boy does. Mr. Indiana.
He shot it from
That's what he do. He's
the logo.
He's been doing that, and he just had a rhythm. It was all the sports gods, everything played out the right way. The energy, got the ball, got it. I got to get it up. I
know what that shot reminded me of?
What?
Ray Allen.
In the corner.
In the corner. I mean, Ray, it was just perfect. When my man went up and caught it, and he faked, and he turned around, and right there, Ray just went right up.
Ray got it up faster than that. Ray's shot went up faster. It was a quicker
Right.
release.
Yes.
Man had
But Ray works on that.
Yeah.
So that wasn't like no pressure to him. He works on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my man, as soon as he stepped across half court, he was in rhythm.
Yeah.
Because as soon as my man turned around and hit him to him, he caught him in stride, and my man just went straight up.
The sports guys, that's what sports is so about. My man is from Indiana. Now he's going back. He hits the winning shot. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It was.
And that's the sports ticker. I went out again.
All right.
Is that it?
That's it, because I don't hear anything.
We're off.
So
1, 2, 1, 2.
okay.
We're still on though, but
all
right.
But we'll end, and I just want to thank the people who donated. Shout out to Cabot Hayes. Thank you for your generous donation this week. We appreciate you. Also to Jackie W. Thank you, Jackie. Retired player.
Thank you.
Jesse and Wayne Will. They donated the last time we were on, but we didn't get a chance to thank them. So I want to thank y'all, and hopefully we'll be back next week with no tech issues, guys. Where you going with? We out, y'all.
Remember when you took me to the game? And I was like,